What's up everyone? In today's video we're doing something slightly bit different to the usual iPhone content, but it is still tech related. Now if you remember a couple of weeks ago I went to the EVA convention in Berlin, and in that convention I actually visited the Drio booth, and Drio do a bunch of smart home tech. Now we did say we're going to work together, wasn't quite sure what they're going to send out, but now that I've got the boxes here I know exactly what they sent me some heaters, fans, humidifiers, and for the upcoming month, which is winter, I think that's the perfect thing to actually get, because the air is about to get a lot drier, temperature is about to get a lot colder, so what more could you ask for? Not only that, but these are no ordinary fans and heaters and humidifiers. They've got a bunch of smart tech inside, which we are going to go through in this video. But before we do that, a like and a subscribe would go a long way, and let's check out these products. So here are all the products unboxed. Now I've got to say the products look pretty modern and techy, which is a nice touch because it's something you don't really see with fans and heaters these days. Often they can look quite boring and quite old. So we've got the Solaris 718 tower heater, the 2-in-1 tower heater and fan MC706, and then the Drio whole room heater 714S, and the Drio HM713S smart humidifier. Now starting things off with the Solaris 718. As you can see, it doesn't take up much room, so it's perfect for a smaller area. You've got a carrier handle on the back, which also acts as a holder for the remote control when you're not using it, which is pretty good because it allows you to carry it around to different rooms nice and easily. Now with the remote control, of course, you can change different settings remotely, and you also get a touchscreen on the top of the heater to also change settings when you're nearby it. Some of the key specs of the Solaris 718 are it's powered by hyperamic, so you actually get 2 seconds instant heat output, which comes in handy when you want to heat up the room very quickly. Now you get 1500 watt max output. You get 5 heat settings and then an extra 3 fan cooling settings. 120 degree ultra wide oscillation to cover a wide range of area. You got a digital thermostat, so you get that very accurate heat output. Now it's got over 8 protection features, just like all the other heaters. So you do get tip over protection. So if the product was to tip over, it will shut itself off. You've got overheat protection as well, child lock protection, as well as a bunch of other stuff that comes with the Shield 360 protection. Another good thing is it has got a silent motor that runs at around 25 decibels, which is perfect if you want to have it in a room when you're going to sleep. You don't have to worry about it waking you up. Next, we've got the MC706. So it's a 2-in-1 tower fan and heater. Now, similar to the Solaris, you've got a carry handle on the back where the remote goes. And with this one being bigger, that carry handle is going to be even more beneficial. And you've also got that Shield 360 protection. So the tip over protection, overheat protection, child lock protection, all falling under that Shield 360. You've also got, like I said, the hyperamic, so you get that 2 seconds instant heat output. It's also got a silent motor that runs at around 25 decibels. Something it has that the Solaris doesn't have is it's got one of the fastest wind speeds ever on the Drio tower fan. So it goes at around 29.2 feet a second. So it's very good for cooling down or heating up a large area very fast. You get 5 heat settings and 12 speeds for cooling. And then switching from heating to cooling, all it takes is one touch and it switches out the PTC depending on which mode you're in. And then you get 120 degree ultra wide customizable oscillation. Now the 2-in-1 heater is very versatile, and I like it because you can use it essentially all year round. When it's colder you can use it for heating, and when it's hotter you can use it for cooling, so you don't have to be only using it for a certain time of the year. And now for the smart products. Let's start with the Smart Humidifier 713S. Now the humidifier came a bit earlier than the other products, so we've actually been using it for a couple of days, even I think a couple of weeks. As the temperature is dropping, things are getting drier, so it was the perfect time of the year to use it. Now first of all, it holds 6 litres of liquid or water, which gives it a max runtime of around 60 hours, so it doesn't empty that fast and you don't have to worry about constantly refilling it. It's a warm and cool humidifier, so you can choose what kind of mist you want, whether you want it to be warmer or cooler, and you can also choose what level of mist you would like. If you like it to have a lot more mist, which I personally like the look of the mist, I think it looks pretty nice, but you can also change that if you're not a fan in the settings. On the front, it's actually got a light which acts as a humidity indicator. So if it goes blue, it's more towards wetter humidity, green is more in a comfort zone, and orange-red means it's in the dry zone. So it gives you an easy representation of what kind of humidity level you're at. And it's even got a dual aroma pad tray, which allows you to switch between 2 different aroma smells, whatever you choose, whatever essential oils you put on the actual pads. you can switch between them very easily and use whatever one you want. Now, because it is smart, it can be fully controlled with the Drio app. Change through the different modes, check the filter lifespan, put it in sleep mode, auto, manual. It's going to notify you as well when it's run out of water, and it automatically goes into a standby mode until water is refilled. I've got to say, I've tried other humidifiers before, but the looks, smart functions, mist options, and all the other features this one gives you is so much better in my opinion, and it just feels so much more premium. Next, we've got the Drio Smart Whole Room Heater 714S. Now, the first time I saw this one was at IFA, as it's one of the newest one of the bunch, and you can see it's pretty small. However, it's capable of heating up quite large spaces. Now, it has 3D room heating, so just like the other ones, it's powered by hyperamic, so you get that 2 seconds instant heat output, and it also has 2000 watts of heating capability. Now, because it oscillates in both vertical and horizontal, it gives you that full room 3D coverage, so that's how it's able to heat up the whole room very quickly. Also, it has the overheat protection features, so the tip over, the overheat, the child lock, all the protection features included in the Shield 360, which is pretty good if you've got kids around that manage to knock it over. You don't have to worry about anything damaging or setting light because it will shut down on its own. Also, turning on the eco mode lowers its energy used by 40% while heating the room efficiently whenever it's needed. So instead of being constantly heating the room, it's going to maintain a certain temperature whatever you set it out, and it will heat it when needed. And with it being smart, it can also be controlled with the Drio app, which I think is going to be super useful for us at least, as we plan to leave it at the cabin. And then during wintertime, we can pre-warm the area before arriving. Also, with it being small, it won't take up that much room. Now, both the humidifier and the whole room heater 714S can be controlled with the Drio app. And the more smart Drio products you get, the more you can add to your account and control through the app. They can also work with Alexa and Google Home. As well as what I've shown you on this video, on the Drio website, you've got so many more smart home products going from ceiling fans, air conditioners, humidifiers, dehumidifiers, fryers, and water purifiers, and so on. So if you want to grab anything from their website or what I've shown you in this video, link will be in the description box below. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments box below. As always, a like and a subscribe would be greatly appreciated. I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day.